A daguerreotype is the most beautiful form of photography ever invented. They have a sort of excitement that no other image on a surface has. Some years ago, I came across the story of the daguerreotypist Solomon Carvalho and his trip across the West as the official photographer of an exploring expedition in 1853. When I realized that all of his daguerreotypes seemed to be lost, I decided it would be a perfect project for me to try to find all of the places where Carvalho traveled and then to go and literally recreate his images using the same process that he used. All right, here we go. Now we take it back and develop it.
If you go through the history of American popular music, what you see over and over again are moments when music serves as a kind of bridge of encounter, exchange, and negotiation between different cultural groups.
Probably while we're sitting here, someone on the planet is playing Body and Soul.
It's when you get to the bridge, it just makes that transition. It just makes your heart bleed.
They couldn't get anybody to publish Body and Soul in America when it was written.
So there's a way in which the Jewishness was at once always there, but never discussed.
One of the interesting things when you look at the history of African Americans and Jews in popular music is there's this very seductive narrative of a natural kinship.
So much did he appreciate what the Jews had done for him that he wore a Star of David around his neck.
And so she went to Will Marion Cook, who was a really important African-American songwriter at the time, and says, give me something black enough, a little bit of syncopation, a little bit of raciness in the lyrics.
She was often talked about with this suspicion that she might be black.
When we start talking about Jews in the popular music business, there is a narrative of colonial exploitation that we have to at least, let into the house.
The thing about Goodman was, Goodman floundered a little bit in his earlier days, and once he found a sound, which was the sound of the great black bands, and pursued it with an iron-like intensity, and then add to the fact that he was young, handsome, and white, then of course he was going to become much more of a star.
What the artist finds as a substitute for religion in America is America itself, in part because America is a work in progress.
Jazz didn't happen in Africa, jazz didn't happen in Europe, jazz happened here.
זה יום מאוד חשוב לי. אסור שיהיו כל מיני עניינים, אה?
עשית לנו מניין?
ברשותכם, אני אחזור אתכם לדקות.
בטח. אם הוא חוזר, אני צנצנת. תסתובב, יא צנצנת.
האישה משולה לתורה. התורה שוכנת בה מיום היוולדה ככה, בלתי.
הרב הזה סיפרתי לך עליו? תכירי אותו, תביני, הוא בן אדם טוב.
אתה עוד לא רואה מי הוא?
כל ברכותיו של אדם הם בשערה מכוסה של אשתו. את לא מבינה שאישה זה כמו ספר תורה?
אין לי ספר תורה, אז חבל שלא הבאת ארון קודש, הייתי יושבת בפניהם.
מחר מתחילים לשפץ לך את הבית כנסת. הוא התלבש על זה, סידר הכל.
איפה נעלמה עזרת נשים?
אורה? מרגלית. תקווה?
נשב פה עד שתהיה עזרת נשים.
ספר תורה קודם לעזרת נשים, מה אני יכול לעשות?
להיכנס בתוך קהילה של אנשים טובים ולזרוע בהם פחד. זה עבודה של רב בישראל? מה יש לכם מהמחלות? הוא את כל העולם סובב. איזה כבוד עושים לו? יותר מדי כבוד. והגיע הזמן שנעשה לו קצת בושות.
אדם חייב לכבד את אשתו יותר מאת גופו. זה לא אני אמרתי, זה אמר הרמב"ם. הרמב"ן? מי זה היה תקווה?
It is always a delight to come to the Catskill Mountains, but not in the summertime. Because in the summer there's an anti-Semite who works for the highway department. Every year on June 30th, he pulls out 300 orange rubber cones. They squeeze the Jews into one lane. They do nothing to the highway. Labor Day, they take the cones away.
Some 90 miles north of the George Washington Bridge lie the Catskill Mountains, alias the Borscht Belt.
People ask me, what is the history of the Catskill? What is its roots? And I answer, it is the third act of Fiddler on the Roof. Tevye wanted to leave the Lower East Side. Well, there were a lot of Tevyes who felt that way.
For generations, this famous resort area has catered in every sense to the New York Jewish community.
There were very few places that were such a social epicenter at a particular time and place that will probably never be replicated again.
Forget Dirty Dancing. It dwarfs compared to the real excitement that was up here.
Your sports commentator drove up to New York's Catskill Mountains to look in on Wilton Chamberlain. He works as a bellhop, this 7'1", 17-year-old giant.
The list of comics out of the Catskill Mountains was huge. Danny Case, Jackie Mason.
Sid Caesar working in our band, Jerry Seinfeld, Bill Reiser, Bill Maher, Billy Crystal.
People were asking for all the amenities. Do you have an indoor pool? Do you have a golf course? Do you have this? They wanted everything. Even though I asked many people, do you play golf? No. Do you like swimming? No, but I like to know that you have it.
You need a monument to talk about a glorious history. We served hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in 100 years.
Take a ride to the Gap and enjoy a Catskill
Da ragazzo avevo tutto per giocare a pallacanestro. Agonismo, tiro da tre, schiacciate. Sa per quale motivo non mi ha mai comprato una squadra di professionisti? Perché non sono nero.
Tua madre esce con un altro uomo, più giovane, più atletico di tuo padre di me.
Beh, era ora.
Sarà patetico ricordartelo, ma legalmente siamo ancora marito e moglie.
È molto patetico, visto che lo siamo solo perché tu hai voluto risparmiare i soldi degli avvocati.
Io credo che l'arte del risparmio sia una virtù assai rara.
Tu gratis, solo per piacere, non hai mai fatto niente per nessuno.
Stronzo egocentrico.
E finalmente entriamo nel tempio dei freeways. Senti l'energia, eh?
Elia! Sono qui!
Non mi interessa un fisico scolpito, chiaro?
Beh, quello te lo puoi pure scordare. Scusa se te lo dico.
Dove vai?
A cena fuori. Ti ho lasciato un po' di polpettone in frigo.
Forse sei un po' fuori forma come seduttore.
L'analista che si fa guidare dalla personal trainer. Questo mi mancava.
La ragazza non ha pace con gli uomini. Se non sono disgraziati o galeotti non le interessano.
Ma è grave?
È un tipico tratto masochista. Utilizzi tu, non t'ho detto.
Tutti mi considerano una disgraziata.
Devi solo avere un po' di fiducia in te stessa.
Voglio andarmene da qui.
E io come faccio senza di te?
Frequenti un una donna giovane, bella e dall'aria anche molto sveglia, altro che minorata.
Quindi lei non è il nonno?
Questa situazione è già abbastanza ridicola.
Lasciati andare! Di più!